it is my 18th birthday today. And one day we're just supposed to not? Question mark? Does it feel scary in a way? That's the birthday crew. But LOML, for love of my life. I'm just so content. Hopefully never. I'm telling them the big news. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Annika and welcome. Today is a very special video because it is my 18th birthday today. Woo! And it is tradition for me to post a Q&A every year on my birthday because I started my channel with a Q&A on my 16th birthday, my very first video ever, and I've carried it on since. This one's a little different though. I'm filming it on my birthday instead of posting it on my birthday, but you get the gist. I'm so excited about today's Q&A. It feels just so monumental. You can hear the birds chirping. You see the view with me. I'm your best view. And I'm going to do 18 questions for my 18th birthday. And I have a little special something at the end to tell you guys. I have my coffee from the hotel next door. And let's get started. Okay, I might have to move a little bit throughout this with the sun so that it doesn't get glary. But the first question is, what was the most memorable part of your 17th year of life? This one I really thought about because so much happened this year. I got a new job. I just feel like I really evolved from 16 to 18. Like I feel like 17 is such a monumental year. Can you guys hear these birds? I'm trying to film a Q&A here. They're so cute. I will say they were very nice to wake up to. Anyway, when I think about my 17th year, I think I'm really gonna think about transitioning from fun 16, not really caring about anything, to 18, where I know like I have a lot more responsibilities and I really want to do adult things. I'm not an adult yet by any means. My mommy still makes me breakfast, but I know that I am doing my own grocery shopping, little things like that, where I'm slowly becoming an adult. So I think I will look back at 17 as such a transition year and a year that really made me feel fulfilled and content. I really learned to be content this year with myself and not constantly be searching to try to be the best at everything, to be best friends with everyone, to have so many friends, to have everything. I really just learned to be content and not stress about things, and I'm so glad that this year was what it was. This one says, what part of your B-Day trip are you most excited for? I'm really excited about the group that's here together. I invited a lot of people. I invited all of my aunties. I invited all of my friends. I invited everyone, just so everyone felt welcome. But it is in the middle of the week. We are here Monday through Friday. So it has been a lot of days for people to take off work, and I understand that a lot of people can't do that. So it did end up being a smaller group, which I was sitting at dinner last night so happy with the group that's here. It's me, my mommy, my best friend Samantha Jo, and my godparents, which are my mom's best friends, Maddie and Austin. So they're here too. It is just the most perfect group in the entire world, and I'm just excited for this group to be together. I will preface this. I got a lot of questions asking if I'm only coming to Mexico so I can drink on my 18th birthday. No, absolutely not. If the legal drinking age here was 21, I still would have come here, and I wouldn't, like, that was not in my consideration at all. Is it a little added bonus that I can have a little dirty Shirley on my birthday? Yes, but is it all I care about today? Absolutely not. So I wanted to also say that because I got a lot of questions about it, and I don't want anyone to think that I'm just going to turn into a raging partier. The next one is, do you think you and your mom will live together most of your life? Y'all are such a power team. I just don't see how we can't. I had this epiphany the other day, which we've always planned on living together, but it just made me like sit in and realize like she's been living with me since she was 13 or 14. And then I've been living with her for my whole life. And one day we're just supposed to not? Question mark? And we share animals. Like I have a cat that's my son. She has Luna and Myrtle, which are her daughters, my sisters. We can't separate them. So it's not in the cards for right now. For as of this foreseeable future, yes, we will be living together. This one I thought was really funny because I had never realized I was doing this until I read this question and thought about it, and I was like, oh, I kind of laid the groundwork really good with that. This one says, how did you tell your sisters you are moving? If you don't know, me and my mom are going to move to New York City, and a lot of kids movies are based in New York City. I have two sisters, they're 5 and 2, and they watch so many kids movies. They love movies, love sitting down and watching a movie, just like their sister. Pets is based in New York City. Madagascar is based in New York City. So anytime we'd watch those movies and those scenes would come on, I'd be like, oh, that's New York City, that's where Sissy's going, that's New York, that's New York, that's New York. And they'd be like, oh my goodness, that's so cool. So that's where they think Sissy's going. They think that Sissy's going to the Disney New York City. And also, a fan of Taylor Swift has sister fans of Taylor Swift. So of course they love Welcome to New York, and they know that that's where Sissy goes, and they actually say Welcome to New York. It's really cute. But when I go, they love to look at pictures on my phone. They love to know, like, that's New York, and they associate New York with Sissy. So it's super cute, and I didn't realize that I was doing that until I read it out loud, and I was like, I do that a lot. What are your job plans for New York? If you didn't know, in my 17th year of living, August last year, I got a new job. Obviously, content creating is my full-time job, and then I also have another kind of technically part-time, but also full-time at the same time job at a high-end formal wear. Think like Cher Hill, Ashley Lauren, Mother of the Bride, Homecoming, pageants, that ilk. That's where I work, and I absolutely love it with my entire heart. And not to toot my own horn, but I'm really good at it. I'm really good at my job. So I do think that I want to stay in this field when we move to New York, which totally still makes sense because New York is literally the fashion capital of the world. So I have a couple of stores picked out that I'm really eyeing that I really would love to work at in New York, but I'm gonna let the cards fall where they may, especially with some exciting things coming up. This one says, best lesson you learned as a child of 2 families. I will forever be grateful for my parents for deciding to have 2 happy families instead of 1 unhappy family. My mom and my dad are completely opposite people, and they would not be good in a family together. So I cannot thank them enough for, even at a young age, knowing that the best decision for me was to not be together. I'm just so grateful that they knew that, and even if people told them that that wasn't the right decision to make, I'm glad that they did that because I cannot imagine them being together. They're totally different people. But definitely from that, it created an environment where I was with one parent more, and one parent was there for me emotionally and physically more than the other parent. So I'm very grateful for them for making that decision. To this day, I will always be thankful. The next one is, what is the most life-altering decision you made on your journey to 18? What does 18 mean to you? I wouldn't say life-altering, but something that definitely changed me this year was starting my other job. I was not very social before. I don't know, I was just very introverted before I started this job. And this job has brought the most chatterbox out in me. I will walk home. Every time I walk out of the house, I walk home with a new friend. I will talk to anybody about anything. Oh my goodness. Me and my godfather were talking about this at dinner last night. I think it's because I'm in sales, because he's in sales, and he said the exact same thing at the exact same time that I did about talking to literally anybody. And I was like, no, I will talk to anybody. So definitely starting to work at Glamour changed my personality, and so therefore was a very altering decision, and I will forever be grateful for my boss at Glamour and Glamour itself for everything it's done for me. 18 means to me just like, really, I get to start a beginning of a whole new chapter. Before 18 was a whole chapter, and I get to kind of wrap everything up and close the book. I feel like I'm opening a whole new book today. The book is still in my library, obviously. That past book is obviously still in my library, but this new book just feels like such a breath of fresh air, and I get to choose now how this book goes. So that's just what it means. I'm just so excited. I'm so excited. The next one is a tag along to that one, and it says, does it feel scary in a way? No, not at all. Literally not at all, because realistically, nothing's gonna change. I graduated high school early in November, so since November, I've been a high school graduate. I started content creating 4 years ago, so I've been doing that for 4 years, and I started a new job in August, so I've been doing that for almost a year. So realistically, nothing in my everyday life is gonna change. I don't go to school, and I have a job, but I get to say I'm 18. So no, it does not feel scary to me. Someone said, can you please tell your first kiss story? I cannot believe I've never told this story, and it's literally not even a story. It was at a school Valentine's Day dance, and we were all in a circle and people were kissing, and they said, y'all like each other, y'all kiss. And I said, okay. So definitely shouldn't have. Not a great first kiss story. At least Snapchat was not a thing, because I'm so glad there's no trace of it on the internet. Very boring and bland. Nothing exciting to say. What is something you've learned that you wish your younger self knew? I used to worry constantly. Like worry about everything. Not even stress. Genuine worry. And I wish, and this is something I've just recently come to the epiphany of, I can't worry about everyone. I really can't, and everything is gonna be okay. Worrying about it does nothing. Stressing about it does nothing. And people have told me that for years, and I'm honestly like, shut up. Like, that does not help me. I was the worst stressor and the worst worrier ever, and finally it just went away. I've learned that I can't control anyone except for myself, so I need to just let the chips fall where they may. And then if the chips get messy, we sweep them up, and then we keep going. And I'm so glad I've come to this realization. Oh my gosh, it takes so much less stress and worriness and energy, so much less energy. I wish I could have looked at Annika even 4 years ago and been like, it's okay. Like, I promise it's okay. Leaving high school, you're gonna survive. Like, you are going to survive. That's what I wish I could tell her, to take a breath. Okay, the next question is advice for someone struggling with no friends at school. I feel like I talk about this one pretty frequently, and probably on most of my Q&As, because I have such a unique relationship and experience in the friends department, and every day I have to wake up, because I don't have a lot of friends either, and that's okay. I've learned to accept that. I have to wake up every day and tell myself I am only 18, and you said you're in high school, so that means you're at least 18 or younger, and I have to tell myself, you're not going to see this group of people literally ever again. Like, your high school people are never going to be all together, and it's going to matter again. You're going to find your true friends when you're out living your life and they're doing similar things to you. You're not going to find your true friends when y'all are all forced to the same building. That's what really made me learn, because my mom met her core group of friends when she was in college. She literally had a baby in high school. People were so mean to her. She moved to college. Everyone that ended up in the same college doing the same things, core best friends forever. Literally my godparents here on the strip with us. You're not gonna meet your friends. You might meet one or two, okay? That's not me saying your high school friends don't matter. Hi. You wanna be my friend? You like my cat. He's so close to me. I gotta wait till he goes away because he's chirping up a storm. Another part of that question that I always make sure to include is that I had a group of people that were so mean to me in high school that was part of the reason I switched to online school. So all those stories you hear about people saying people were so mean to me, it made me literally not want to go to school. Me, obviously that wasn't my whole reasoning behind it, but it was like, if I would have had nice people to me in school, I might have not wanted to go as much online, but I'm so glad I did. Oh my goodness. Best decision I ever made for myself. Oh, I accidentally already answered this one, because I was excited to talk about it. This one said, do you think you'll feel any different now that you're legally an adult than before? Flashback to me saying literally nothing's gonna change. So we'll just combine those two into one. I would be repeating myself very heavily. This one says, are you gonna get any Taylor Swift inspired tattoos? I have 4 tattoos I wanna get right now. I'm not gonna get them all 4 first at the same time together because my pain tolerance is 0 and I don't like needles. So that's gonna be an interesting one. But I do have 4 that I want to get. The first one is an and symbol for Jenica and Annika. That's just our brand. I love it. No matter if one day, hopefully never, that we aren't doing social media, the and symbol will always signal this part of our life, and hopefully it is forever. I keep moving the camera because the lighting keeps shifting because it's early in the morning and the sun is rising. We started over there, isn't that funny? So I do want to get the and symbol. I want to get Weasley's little, he has an M on his forehead. All orange cats have little M's in their fur on their forehead. And so I want to get the exact outline of that upside down to make a W. For Weasley, I have a necklace with my sisters that has 3 hearts on it, and we all have the same necklace, except for what's different on each one of them is a different heart is filled. So my first heart is filled, obviously because I'm the oldest sister. Harper's middle heart is filled because she's the middle, and then Ruthie's last heart is filled because she's the last. So I want to get that on me, and then if they one day want to get it on them too, like that'll be cute, but I'm not going to ever force them to do it, obviously. And then the last one I want to do, and this one does come back to Taylor Swift, but I was going to get it before the song ever came out, okay? Before the song ever came out. I have a friend that passed away right at 1 year ago, and he was my absolute best friend. I had since probably 5th grade, and I had the biggest crush on him literally ever. Oh my god, biggest crush. But I think that I just really liked him as a friend, and I hadn't distinguished the feelings between really good friend and I need to like him yet. So I'm glad he forced me to. He found out that I liked him, and he was like, Annika, we're never gonna date. And I was like, oh, right, yeah, that makes sense. Totally. And I'm so glad he did that, because such a funny story to tell, and we got to be friends literally forever because of that. But when I liked him, in his notes section under his contact, I put LOML for love of my life. I don't know why I did it. I literally have never said that before ever, or put it anywhere else. But one day, years later, he found it, and he found out that it says that, and he lost it. Oh my god, he thought it was the funniest thing ever. And then he put it in his notes for me, just kind of because it was funny. Then a couple years later after that, I gave him a ring. It was a Harley Davidson ring that spins around, and he loved to fidget with it. He wore it literally every day. And when he passed away, every picture I saw of him when people were posting or at his memorial, he had that ring on, and I was like, I cannot freaking believe that he had that ring on. So I'm going to get LOML on the finger he wore the ring on, just right here, and I'm gonna get it in the font that Taylor Swift used for LOML in her lyric video. And I've never equated LOML to anything besides love of my life until Taylor Swift said loss of my life, and that really changed a lot for me. So that's gonna be my last one. So technically, yes, I am gonna get one that involves Taylor Swift, because I'm gonna get the font that she used. This one is, how was your experience with online school? Literally the best ever. Literally the best ever. It was so easy to transition. I got my records from my school, so easy. All my credits transferred. Got to do it on my own pace. The one I did was Penn Foster, and you got to do each course at a time, so you didn't have all your courses and then you could do whichever one you wanted. You completed one course at a time. Loved it. I was able to do it anywhere. You just read, you learn, and you can watch videos. Loved it. Best decision I ever made for myself, because the regular classes at school were too slow paced for me, but the honors was too much for me. I'm not that smart. So this was a perfect medium to where I could go my own pace and learn to the maximum abilities that I could. What was your least favorite age and why? 12 to 14, I'd say. Literally, I was the worst child from 12 to 14 any parent could ask for. The worst child, and I regret so many things I did in that time period in my life, but it makes me feel like I made the really stupid decisions at that age instead of at 17, like kind of more of a normal age to make stupid mistakes. And I'm glad that they're over with now, but man, oh man, oh man, it did shape me to what I am today, but I could have gone without a couple of things. This one's another friends one's. Are you finally happy with the friends you have? Absolutely. I know that as I live my life, friends will come into my life, and I'm so happy with how all of my relationships, not even like friends, I'm happy with how all my relationships in my life are right now, in every aspect of everything. I'm just so content. Like I said at the beginning of the video, 17 was the year of making me feel content, so in the 18 I can just live in it. Okay, we only have a few more before an exciting announcement that I'm keeping to the end so that you have to watch all the way through, and if you skipped, that's not very nice. This one says, what do you want to accomplish when you turn 18? This year, I just really want to work as the Workus twins from Summer House. What a turn we just took. I really just want to focus on building my future. That's what I want 18 to be. I want everything I do every day when I wake up to be focused on building my future. And I want to take every opportunity literally by the neck and run with it. So I just really want to focus on building my future. Okay, and the last question and my exciting announcement. The last question is, what is the best thing you've learned from working at Glamour? The best thing I've learned is definitely social skills, and also how to just like put work in, and also like deal with customers. I'm so much better with dealing with people now because I've had to deal with customers when they're customers and not just people out in the world. But this leads into it. If you're a returning viewer, you'll know this. If you're a new viewer, I'll leave you a backstory. In January, we had a designer come visit us at Glamour. She's our main designer in our store. It was Ashley Lauren, and if you don't know, she's basically the new Sherry Hill. Like, if you were going to prom now, you'd probably get an Ashley Lauren dress. So it was a huge big deal for her to come to our store. She was coming for a trunk show. So we got 42 boxes in of brand new prom dresses that we had to unbox for this big weekend. She came and she designed some custom pageant stuff with people and really just helped us around the store. That was a Saturday during a weekend. On Sunday, she did not come back, but her team came back. And we have a direct rep with Ashley Lauren, obviously. I'm telling them the big news. That's the birthday crew. They're working hard. They're putting their time in. So we have a direct rep with Ashley Lauren, and we talk to him every single day. He is literally the best. If we need to place an order for a customer of a size or a color of a dress, we text him, he orders it for us. Literally everything we need, he does. So on Sunday, the Ashley team, she wasn't there, but the Ashley team pulled me and one other girl and my boss into our like private couture room, and he was like, "Hi girls, I just want to let you know that we had dinner with Sabrina last night, and we just really saw how hard y'all were working, and we really want to invite you guys to market." If you don't know fashion, the big market is in August of every year, and in August they show the new prom season for the next year. So in August 2024 they'll show prom season 2025 looks, and it's basically where the store owners, like Glamour store owner Sabrina, will go to market. She'll watch the fashion show that the designers put on, she'll write down the numbers that she wants, and then she'll order those dresses from the designer to come to the store. So it's 4 3-hour fashion shows a day, runway, like putting everything together, taking orders. It's such a big deal in the fashion world, and they invited us. Now, I was like, okay, they're doing trunk shows throughout all of their like major retailers. I'm sure that they invited a couple girls from each one to kind of fill the spaces they need. So I went to have lunch with my boss after that, and she was like, "Annika, no, like I had no idea they were looking for people. They haven't invited anyone else yet. Like, this is so special." And I literally wanted to cry. I called everyone I know. I have talked about this nonstop for months, and it's finally almost here. So I'm going for 11 days because I have to set up, I have to do everything, and I'm so excited. I'm going with one of the girls from Glamour. Her name's Amelia, and we'll be in a hotel room together, so I'll at least know someone. And then also Sabrina will be there for 2 or 3 days as someone buying, and I'll probably like take her order and put it in the Ashley system. It's a really big deal, okay? It doesn't sound like a big deal if you're not in the fashion world, but like I promise it's a big deal. So we're kind of just waiting to see what comes from that, because I didn't even think that this was an opportunity, so what could come after that, I have no idea. So we're kind of putting everything on a little tiny bit of a hold and just enjoying the next month and a half before this, because I don't know what could happen. But whatever does come after it, I definitely want to pursue anything that it is, because I do want to be in this world and I love it so much. And you might have noticed I did not answer any questions about New York in this Q&A, and that is because like I said, I want to be able to pursue whatever opportunity this leads. So if that does mean putting a little pause on that, that's okay with me. We don't know anything for sure yet, but that is the next move. Just when that next move is, it's a little bit of a question mark right now until after market. Anyway, that's this Q&A. We gotta go finish putting up decorations and enjoy my freaking 18th birthday in Cabo. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!